All in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we just.
Hey everybody, it's the Coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 16 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams, because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Shaw. The open man is Smith. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Here we go. But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
Running with Kamara. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Shaw out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
53, check, 53, got 1.
first down. Shaw gets it to Meredith, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Back to throw. Shaw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They lost 2 there, and it's third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
So it's third and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. From the gun. Shaw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. The numbers for Travis Kelce last week. 6 catches, 57 yards.
And most teams mark down big plays as ones that gain 10 yards or more. He certainly has big playability, and we just saw it on display.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage, came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 26, check 26.
No gain on the dump-off. It's second down. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. To Allen on the dump off. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball.
Ball, baby, that's our ball. That's our ball, yeah.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Kamara. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
On 3rd down, Shaw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoffs. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes underneath to Allen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now a handoff looking right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Allen's got it complete. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They fake the give. Now Mahomes going deep here for Watkins. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Here's Shaw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Kamara, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Squad.
6-3 is our score after one. It's the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Shaw, and that's caught by Smith. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Looking to throw. Shaw, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Now, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Shaw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will tie things up at 6-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
From the 27, Mahomes. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. They'll run on first down. Allen, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. On second down, it's Allen. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. On 3rd down, it's Allen. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second down now, it's Allen. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Mahomes, caught by Allen. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. So it's a 2nd missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well. Yeah,
the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the 4th down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3. Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Sack, baby! Sack, baby!
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Sack. Quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. Shaw. Complete. Smith has it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Shaw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It was Breeland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A good pickup there, 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Mahomes to throw once more. And it's complete to Kelsey. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Mahomes now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Check, 47. We don't want this.
Only 2 there on the dump-off. It's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. Hey, he's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to it.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Off the play fake. Shaw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Shaw. That'll be complete to Cook. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Shaw. The open man is Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Toss play, Kamara. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up. 1st and goal. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 2nd and 2. Open man is Hill. He's got it. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more. Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back onto the field now goes Buck Allen as he gets ready. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by McManus is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the visiting Niners who are able to come away with the road victory. Jimmy Garoppolo, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And no one went home happy after this one, as it ends in a rare tie. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Andrew Luck, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs' offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. On second down, it's Allen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
We got this.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll run on the draw. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. On the draw, here's Allen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it.
Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Kamara off the draw. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Off play action. Shaw. He gets it to Thomas. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Completes this one to Meredith. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Show it.
On 1st and 10, Shaw. And this is Cook with a grab. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. And it's caught, the tight end Hill. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Shaw. And Cook has it, left side. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And they will take the lead here at 12-9. Now the kicker fest continues. He's been good, though. Knocked through 4 of them now.
If you're the kickers for these two teams, you know what you're doing next week in practice?
Asking for a pay raise?
Yeah, besides that, you're walking into all the meeting rooms saying, you love us now, don't you? Now you love us because you need us, because that's all we've seen. Kickers scoring all the points.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And to give this time to the tailback. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And this will be taken at the 13. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On play action, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain there of 21 yards.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run the draw play. Allen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that was impressive by the defense. They just got hit for a big pass play, and instead of rushing out and getting back deep to cover, they played their techniques, saw the run develop, and ran to it and made the play.
Yellow. 180. Check, 47. I want that.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes, and his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A 1st down and then some, 36 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. About 3 yards there to the 27. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. We're back now in KC. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
McManus on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. And one thing's for sure, that number 1 seed already been sewn up. It's a testament to how well these guys have played. They could lock up home field advantage with this many games still to go.
And you know what else you can do with this type of an advantage? You can plan for the playoffs a lot earlier. And I don't just mean in how you play guys or rest them. I'm talking about how you talk to your team going into the playoffs, because normally you have that conversation with them usually the last week of the season. Now you can have it earlier and say, all right, we know we're going to be at home for every game we play. I want you to take care of your tickets.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 12 on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And the lead is up to 5.